the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bucs and the Cowboys on Sunday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Brandon Garden, joined by Charles Davis up in the booth for the first week of the 2022 NFL season. A great game awaiting us in this primetime showdown, CD. You've got two teams with eyes on going to and winning a Super Bowl here this season. Week one, these two getting together. Cowboys, Tampa Bay should be a lot of fun.
They thought that they could win it all last year, got to the playoffs, and were eliminated by teams that really figured heavily into Super Bowl contention. Let's go ahead and start with Dallas. They ended up losing at home to San Francisco, who went to the NFC title game against the Rams, who beat Tampa in the playoffs and then won it all. Both these teams have...
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, his Lombardi trophies are bust.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clock it. Brady now to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Brady now on first down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they're going to get this down here, the 35-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on third down. He completes it to Evans. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
And not only was it great to see Dak Prescott make his return in 2021, it's even better to see him playing the best ball of his career. He didn't lead Dallas to just a division title and its best record in 6 years. Dallas also led the league in yards and points, the first time it has led in both since 1971.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And this one's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing. Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Buccaneers have it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Still 3rd down.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw is Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Succop's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Prescott off play action. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. On play action, it's Brady. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Brady. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Succop's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
When the Dallas Cowboys traded Amari Cooper, it was certainly a sign of the faith that they have in Michael Gallup to step up and be that type of weapon across from C.D. Lamb. He hit 1,100 yards back in 2019, but missed half of last year with a pair of injuries. He steps up here and moves the chains.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now as he gets to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Ryan Succop on for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Inside give to Elliott. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Elliott going to get it again on second down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I'm okay with the call. Matter of fact, I actually like it. Another down, a couple of scores. But the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
On second down, it's Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Prescott from the gun on third. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down at 5.
Down 2 scores already. I don't think these guys would be too enthralled with the notion of settling for 3 here. Very nice job of execution on third down, able to keep the drive moving.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. But finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, If you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And this one is incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle to Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Brady. Complete to Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Again, it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the 1st half for Tampa Bay. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check on their numbers on the ground in the 1st half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back up. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Buccaneers have it. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive instead of fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out. Okay, we're going to change things here in the 2nd half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
On 1st down, Brady. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Brady now on 1st down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will make this a 19-point game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Prescott. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's White. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Here's Brady. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. This is caught by Evans. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Brady. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin, an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27. First down, Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Prescott yet again. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Fournette on the counter. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Prescott on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd and 10. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. On 3rd down, Fournette. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Touchdown! Mike Evans, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On third down, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah,
and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. A first down throw for Prescott. Left side to Lamb. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Throwing again on second down. Prescott throwing the out route and complete. It's Washington. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Coverage by O'Neal.
To the air again, Prescott. Complete to Washington. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way at this point, but, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got